Ever wondered who's the real couch potato in the animal kingdom? And why do sloths spend most of their day hanging from trees, barely moving, while your house cat seems to think the best use of its time is an all-day nap fest? What's behind their incredibly chill lifestyle? Are they just the ultimate slackers of the animal kingdom? Or is there more to their leisurely ways? Stay tuned, because all that and more coming up. Hello, young adventurers! Welcome back to Epic Scoop Kids TV, where we explore the intriguing world around us. Ready to meet the animal kingdom's all-star snoozers and professional loafers? We're diving into uncovering 5 of the world's laziest animals, from sleep-loving sloths to your snooze button-hitting house cat. Let's uncover why their favorite hobbies include hanging out and, well, more hanging out. At number 1, we have the sloth. This guy is the embodiment of taking it easy. They're so sluggish that they have algae growing on them. Yes, the undisturbed king, the sloth, is never hurried. They barely 40 feet per day, less than the size of a bowling alley. Their sluggishness is rooted in survival. They have a low metabolism, needing less energy. This energy primarily comes from food. Their slow movement reduces their food intake, a smart adaptation considering their rainforest habitat. But there's more to these creatures. Contrary to belief, their laziness doesn't make them easy prey. Their slow movement and camouflaging help them avoid predators like jaguars and eagles. They're masters of disguise. Their long, hook-like claws are not just for hanging. They also defend themselves with these claws. Apart from being tree dwellers, sloths are excellent swimmers. This trait helps them during floods in their forest homes. So sloths are not mere slackers. They are marvels of adaptation, turning their perceived laziness into a survival strategy. So as it turns out, they're not just being lazy. Their slow lifestyle is actually a survival strategy. From the trees in your living room, we're now plunging into the ocean to discover the nurse shark at number 2. Contrary to expectations, this shark is a champion lounger of the sea. They spend their days idling on the ocean floor, resembling a pile of snoozing puppies. But there's more to their leisurely lifestyle. These sharks have a unique feature that allows them to rest without sinking. They can pump water over their gills while stationary, an adaptation that lets them take a breather without moving. Nurse sharks are night hunters, preying on small fish and mollusks. Diet is nutritious but energy-intensive to digest, leading to their long daytime resting periods. Additionally, their sedentary behavior keeps them unnoticed by potential predators, significantly reducing their risk of turning into someone's meal. So, this laziness is, in fact, a survival tactic. So next time you think of a shark, remember, not all of them are the fast-moving, action-packed predators we often imagine. Some of them, like the nurse shark, prefer a more laid-back lifestyle. And as we've seen so far, laziness can be a pretty effective survival strategy in the animal kingdom. From the trees and homes, we now venture into the hot, arid deserts. Here, at number 3, we meet the desert tortoise, a master of inactivity. This reptile spends most of its life in burrows, escaping the desert's extreme heat. It's not uncommon for these tortoises to sleep roughly 20 hours a day. Though they may seem lazy, their lifestyle is a strategic survival method. The desert is a harsh, resource-limited environment. By staying in burrows, they conserve water and energy, surviving without drinking for up to a year. They remain inactive during extreme temperatures, a behavior known as estivation and brumation. So while the desert tortoise may seem like the ultimate slacker, it's simply living by the motto, work smarter, not harder. Leaving the hot desert, and before we meet our nap champion, let's head to the cold Arctic. We find the walrus, an underwater giant known for restfulness. Seen with striking tusks, these mammals have a special love for sleep, snoozing about 19 hours a day, on land, or even this unique floating sleep, or bottling, involves keeping their bodies vertical, heads above water, and drifting into dreams. But why sleep so much? Simply, it's survival. Walruses feast on clams and other invertebrates, requiring deep dives into freezing Arctic waters. This necessitates a lot of energy. By sleeping for most of the day, they conserve energy for these dives. So when you hear about a snoozing walrus, they're not just lazy, they're saving for their next big meal. Talk about a smart survival strategy. Moving on to the 5th position in our countdown, we present the cuddly koala. These animals are famed for their long slumbers, often sleeping for 20 hours a day. Yes, 20 hours. That's most of a day spent sleeping. Imagine using most of your day just for rest. But why do koalas sleep so much? Is it laziness? Not really. The reason is surprisingly logical. These creatures are most active during cool evenings when they can move and eat without getting too hot. This is also when they can enjoy eucalyptus leaves from the trees. For koalas, much of their sleep is about energy conservation, since eucalyptus leaves, their main food, are low in nutrition but high in fiber. They need to conserve energy for digestion. The lack of protein in their diet also means they need to sleep more to conserve energy. Therefore, they sleep during the day to be ready for their nightly feasts. Another reason for their long sleeps is that eucalyptus leaves contain toxins, which their bodies need time to break down, achieved through sleep. So the next time you find a koala sleeping almost all day, remember, they're not just being lethargic. They're merely recharging for their next munching marathon, even if it's just on a few eucalyptus leaves. Now, it's not just sloths and cats who appreciate a good lounge session. Various animals, including the hippo, python, the owl monkey and the snail, are quite skilled in the art of relaxation. The hippo spends their days submerged in water as they have extremely sensitive skin. During the night or cooler parts of the day, hippos would leave the water and walk considerable distances in order to find food. The python, a snake species not typically associated with laziness, has actually perfected the sit-and-wait strategy, holding its position for days or weeks, waiting for its next meal. The owl monkey, also known as the night monkey, is a nocturnal monkey, sleeping during the day and scavenging for food at night, helping avoid food competition and daytime predators. The snail, our final animal, moves at a slow 1 meter per hour, not out of laziness, but as an adaptation aimed at energy conservation in food-sparse environments. Whether it's dozing all day, lying in wait for meals to approach, or crawling at snail's pace, these animals have effectively turned lethargy into an art form. They serve as a reminder that occasionally, adopting a slow and steady approach isn't necessarily bad. It isn't always about rushing and hustling. Sometimes it's about discovering a pace that suits you, just like these relaxed inhabitants of the animal kingdom. These lazy animals, though, are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the incredible secrets and wonders animals all over the world have in store. Be sure to subscribe to Epic Scoop Kids TV and check out our other videos to discover more about our epic world. Keep exploring.